Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, we are going to do our midweek energy reading. We're going to see what the energy is for the remainder of this second week in June. And for a lot of the kids out here in the US on the East Coast, this is their last week of school. So shout out to all of your children if they are almost done and summer is here. I used to teach for 17 years, so I know that this week was always just so fun and exciting. So I just looked at my phone and it's 11:11. Heck yes. All right, let's see. We're going to start. I already opened up Sacred Space. We're going to start with a spirit animal deck. Oh, we have the turtle. How perfect. Turtle usually represents something that you have been gathering underneath your shell. It's like the wisdom that you have within you, and it's time to start sharing it with the world. All right. First one, the lizard. Okay, the lizard is all about using your psychic gifts. So somebody out there, most of you, all have these special gifts that are kind of like untapped. You haven't really opened them up yet and unpacked them. Sorry, I keep looking at the turtle. We're gonna have to pull this card. And the turtle is very slow moving. So I feel like our guides and angels right now are saying like your gifts are taking a while to open because there's a lot of lessons and things you have to learn before they can be released out into the world. So I just said this the other day to a woman about YouTube, and when you show up with a YouTube channel and you're putting your energy out into other people's homes, to in their cars, in the wherever they're listening, you're sending a vibration. Like I'm sending a vibration to all of you right now. I am going to leave you feeling a certain way. That way might be energized, it might be calm, it might be peaceful, it might be happy, it might be just, I just feel better. Some videos leave you feeling worried. They leave you feeling like you've just been judged, or you're judging them, or you're critiquing them, and you can see how ego starts to jump in. But our guides and angels are saying right now, like, if you're wanting to put your energy out into the world, you have to make sure that your vibration is pristine. In order for me to have my channel and to be successful with what I'm doing, my goal is to leave people feeling better. And in order for me to do that, I have to work on making me feel good so that my vibration can emanate out to all of you. And that way you can close your phone or computer and be like, I just received this energy exchange and I feel amazing and I want to go attack my life and do amazing things. So if your energy is not pristine and you're not taking care of it, or maybe you're in a low vibration, you're going to be passing that information on to other people, and you don't want to do that. So the slow moving turtle, they're saying right now that you haven't mastered your energy yet. You're still working on noticing when you're out of alignment. I just heard when somebody's out of the flow, or maybe you're thinking negative thoughts and you feel like you can't bounce yourself back in pretty easily, that's what you're needing to master. Your gifts are going to come when you're pristine, when you're feeling amazing, when you're not letting your ego, like when I first started doing readings, my ego would come in and judge the messages that I would get. And I would think a thought and it would be a message, and my ego would go, that's not going to happen, you can't say that, and then I wouldn't say it. So I had to work on mastering that vibration. I had to allow my ego to get out of the way, to let the universe and my angels and guides to speak through me. So the lizard and the turtle, it's slow moving, your gifts are expanding, but you're needing to master getting your ego out of the way and working on your vibration to make sure it's bright and it's fun and it's just what our world needs. Awesome first message. And as I'm just saying that, I was going to use these books to prop up my computer out here. And when I just got done putting those cards down, something said to pull a page from this book. So let's see. All right, Archangel Michael, please bring us the page that we need to hear. What do my viewers need to hear right now? Wow, this is a really beautiful title. I like it. 189, Open the Windows to Your Soul. The eyes are the windows to the soul, but those aren't the windows I'm talking about here. We're going to go deeper than the eyes. Let's travel all the way down to the core essence that is your true spiritual being. Sit quietly for this exercise and breathe deeply. Now use creative visualization to look deep inside yourself, not physically, but into your being. How does it feel in here? Is it stuffy? How long has it been since you opened the windows to your soul to allow fresh air to flow through you, cleansing and rejuvenating you while revitalizing your energy? Think of it like opening the windows in your home. During the springtime, to clear out the stuffiness of winter, imagine that you're standing in the center of your soul and it looks like a full house of windows. Open the windows and feel the drafts moving over you, cleansing and revitalizing your soul energy, which is so funny because I was coming out here to film this and it's kind of breezy and we're about to get a storm. So I was like, I don't know, it's a little breezy. It might be too windy to do this. But now that we got this, I think it was meant to be. It says, have you ever heard the expression that when a door closes, a window opens? If you find that you're facing a lot of closed doors in your life, then do this creative visualization exercise and open up the windows of your soul. One of those windows could bring new opportunities your way. Every now and then, it's a good idea to open up the windows of your soul to refresh you and bring new things into your life on many levels. It will get rid of lethargy and the doldrums and liven up your energy. And there's a little asterisk at the bottom. It says refresh, cleanse, rejoice in your spiritual essence. And for me, I also feel like when this is saying open up windows and doors, I feel like it's saying go into your home, literally open up the windows and the doors, let some energy flow through. I did a video a while back about feng shui and like where to place mirrors and where to place certain things in your home. So when you allow the space to be open and let the energy flow through and there's nothing blocking the energy, you're going to feel that. When I cleaned my entryway after I read the feng shui book, I just felt this surge of good energy. Like I woke up every day in a good mood because of it. And that's an actual thing. Like your vibration can actually change from the energy in your home. They say your home is your second skin. Um, you know, if you think about it, this is our skin, right? And then we're stepping into another layer of skin, which is your home. And if that skin is stuffy and tight and filled with heavy items that hold a lot of weight, you're going to feel that stuffy, heavy energy. So you're going to want to literally clear out the space and allow things to kind of just open up and flow. Okay. All right. Let's do Micah Magic. We're going to do Micah Magic. All right, revisit your path and see how it all worked out. So this is you looking back at all the times in your life where you didn't think something was going to happen or you didn't think something was going to work out the way you wanted it to work out, or maybe you expected somebody to respond a certain way to you and then they didn't. Go back and revisit all those times and see how the universe kind of showed up for you in that way. And that's this turtle energy too, is when it was slow moving, pay attention to when it started to pick up. And why did it start to pick up? What changed? Was it you opening your doors and windows? Was it you going on a vacation? Was it you purging something in your home? Being open to it happening in a slow way, but then looking back and seeing what sped it up. Okay. I was just talking to my friend this morning. She lives in Germany and she was saying she just came back from Portugal. She went on a little vacation and she just feels so invigorated now. She's like, oh my gosh, Michelle, I have all these ideas. I have all these things. And she's just booming with good energy. And it's because she took herself out of her environment. She kind of opened up all the doors and all the windows and things are starting to move now. And one of the things I told her was make sure you go and document this, write this down. Write down how you were feeling before Portugal and were you feeling lethargic? Were you feeling worried about where you're going to live and what you're going to do or work? And then see how it all worked out. Okay. That one jumped right out. All right. Release the past. I feel like this has to do with opening doors and windows again. Yeah, they just gave me a vision of you opening a door and letting somebody just walk out the door and saying, I'm done with that. I'm done with that pattern. I'm done with that eating habit. I'm done with that Me always falling off track with something I'm doing. I'm not going to fall off track anymore. I'm going to stay on the horse. I'm going to keep going. And you're releasing the old version of you who always wanted to quit or always wanted to give up or always told yourself you're not worthy of having good. You are worthy of having good. You are so worthy. But you got to release that old version of yourself. And I just heard the old belief systems. And I just saw money. So maybe somebody out there, you have a belief system about money and how it comes in, or if it doesn't stay, or if you get it, you fear losing it. I actually had a conversation with my mom, ironically enough, yesterday. And we were talking about money, and we were talking about my pension because I was a teacher and she was wondering, like, what am I doing with my pension? And I actually got a letter in the mail about it. And she had so much fear around what I was going to do with my pension, with my financial situation. And I could see her fear was building and building, and she was so scared. And my mom is financially set. She's okay. She has enough money after my dad passed, like she's good. But she was sitting in her chair and she was thinking she had like $0. I looked at her, I said, Mom, I said, imagine if dad didn't leave, and you didn't have any money and you had to go get a job right now. Like, how would that feel? And she's like, you're right. She's like, I always do look at the negative. I'm like, start to be grateful for what you do have. I was like, when you pass, you're going to be able to help the grandkids with their college funds, whatever. And she was like, you're right. She's like, I'm grateful that I can give when it's my turn to transition. And I was like, yeah, she didn't use the word transition, but it was unique for my mom to have that kind of perspective because she didn't always think that way. But I went home. Oh, I just got a great message. I went home and I had to cut cords with that energy, that fear. And I could feel it in my solar plexus. Your solar plexus is your upper belly area. And when I just could feel it, I sat there and I said, why do I feel fear right now? And I was like, oh, I was just with my mom and we were just talking about money. And she was making me like really second guess what I'm doing about my financial situation. But I'm like, no, she just loves me and she worries and she doesn't have the faith that I have, which is okay. But where do I feel this? And I felt it in like my rib cage. It just felt tight, like right here. So I sat in my Jeep and I just pretended to like pull. I was just like, I'm pulling this cord out. I'm pulling it out. And I just kept pulling it out. And then I imagined pulling it out of her. And I just kept pulling it out of her. And I was pulling it out of me. And then I opened up my Jeep window and I just threw it out the window. And I'm literally like, and breathing. I was taking deep breaths. I was like, I don't want this energy anymore. And I always rub like this. I'll do like a quick little rub to cut the cord and be like, nope, I don't want that energy anymore. And I do feel after I did this, my mom texted me and she's like, I feel so much better. She's like, thanks for talking to me about that. So her text came in after I pulled the cords. So when you pull cords out, or you can call it cutting cords or pulling, I like to think about pulling it out because you're getting like the root out. When you do that, you're releasing any belief systems from your past, or think about this area too, the umbilical cord. I was once connected to my mom in that area. So that cord is always going to be there between us. But if I can learn to detach and to release it for both of us, then we can both be free from it. And she might not have the tools to do this. She doesn't maybe even believe in this and what I do. And that's okay. I've learned to accept that. I've had to pull that cord out too. The yearning to want to please my mom. So somebody's being called to release that in the past, that part of you. Yeah, step into the new you. You learning how to do all these things and cutting cords and pulling cords and distancing your energy and not taking on the past and changing who you are. This is going to be huge for your growth. Okay. Yikes. We have within 2 weeks and stepping into the new you. So in 2 weeks, you might be being called to start something new, to meet new people, to go somewhere new. So keep an eye out. So we have revisit your path, see how it all worked out, release the past. Within 2 weeks, you're going to be stepping into the new you. And it's going to be after a long time of growth and learning, and you're gathering information underneath your shell. And your gifts are expanding because you're learning how to alter your vibration. So, me cutting cords and pulling cords, guess what that does? That changes my frequency, that changes my vibration. Because I knew how to do that, that shifted my energy. In that moment, I was feeling fear and I had to shift out. And it is almost instant relief when you learn to cut cords. Okay. And you can cut cords like I talked about. You ask your body, where do I feel this cord? Is it in my back? Is it in my lower back? And honestly, this is kind of like, I don't know if I should share this. Of course, now that I said that, you guys are all going to be like, you got to share it now. Okay, I'm going to share it. I did a short this weekend about narcissism. And when you're hanging out, listen to the birds. I love them. When you're hanging out with somebody with narcissistic tendencies, you will feel the most immense cord draining the energy from your body. It's almost like they plug into your back or to your upper back or your lower back, and they're just plugged in and they are sucking the life from you. I'm telling you, this happens to me. I spend a lot of time alone. And then when I am around certain people who I love, I don't feel this way. And then if I spend, like I was at the pool the other day and I spent a lot of time with this one person, and oh my gosh, I literally felt like I was being psychically attacked. And I was like, this is a lower vibration. I don't know what this person does in their, on their own time. Their energy was just not healthy. I felt like they plugged into my nervous system and I felt so like, oh, I can't even tell you. I literally had to go for walks. I had to do something to purge the energy from my body. I had to cut the cord. But the energy reminded me of people who are narcissists from my past. And they make you feel small. They drain your energy, even when you're not with them anymore. It is the worst feeling after they leave because you're like, wait, they're not with me anymore. Why do I feel like crap? Why do I feel small? Why do I feel worthless? Why do I feel like I honestly feel like who am I to create content? Who am I to post on social media? Like I literally stopped doing my mission, and it's not like they were diminishing me. They didn't say anything mean. I was just in their energy, and it's like a low vibe, like literally siphoned your energy. It is scary and it is real. So please, please, please learn how to cut cords, learn how to protect yourself, and do not choose to spend time with these people. Okay. And when I was with the person, I wasn't feeling bad energy at the time until I pulled away. And then I was like, whoa, I just feel like I've been psychically attacked. My body feels heavy. I feel constricted. I feel tight. I feel judged. I feel like somebody just like took advantage of me and like asked me all these questions, and I spoke too much. I felt like I sold my soul to the devil. And I was like, oh no, like, oh, I don't like this. And it's a real thing. And you have to be careful with those kinds of people because they are fishing for information. They're wanting to use it against you in some way. And that's not the person, it's as it is so much an energy trying to challenge you on your spiritual path. So these people, I don't want you to look negatively at these people. I want you to think of it as you're playing a board game or a video game, and you're the player in the game and you're hopping levels and you're doing really good. And all of a sudden there's a challenge. There's something you have to do to overcome this level, and you have to get stronger. You have to speak your truth. You have to identify energy. You have to learn to not absorb other people's energy. And it's not so much the character in the game, it's the obstacle. So if you can start seeing these people who are brought into your life to challenge you, to poke you, to test you, and you feel in a vibration that's not love, and they're not being considerate, they're not honoring you and anything you're saying, and you're just like, whoa. I always look for what's missing in conversations, like the gratitude and the being mindful to not overspeak on somebody else, or narcissists tend to say your name very often during conversations. this person was always saying, Michelle, if you only knew, and Michelle, oh my gosh, oh Michelle, and it's been so hard, my life, blah, blah, blah. And they just want to grab your name and keep saying it because they're trying to I can't describe it. I've experienced this so many times in my life with narcissism. It's just this is who I am and I'm above you and I'm going to call your name as if you're below me so that you can see how, I don't know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I know you do. But somebody who's just wanting to have a nice little conversation and really learn about you, they're not going to say your name every 5 seconds. They're literally just going to listen and add every once in a while. Right? So when they're saying your name, they're trying to make you see them. They're like, look at me and how hard my life is and how much I need help. And they play like this damsel in distress. And it's just obvious. You can read right through it. But that energy, it's not just words being spoken. It is literally energy that they're siphoning from you. So you have to minimize your time with that energy because it's a challenge. It's that video game. You want to get over that obstacle so you can get to the next level. So we're not going to hate on people like that. We're just going to witness them and say, oh, that's a lower vibration. That's a siphoning energy. I don't feel good after hanging out with them. I am not going to be psychically attacked anymore. And I'm not going to feel small. So let me write that down and remember that when I feel ... that means it's a siphoning energy. And I don't want to put myself into that environment again for long periods of time. And every time I leave somebody like that, we're going to pull that cord out. We're going to pull it out of our back. Okay. That was a really long-winded message, but I think a lot of people, we need to use discernment right now. The world is weird and there's a lot of craziness going on, and we need to know who we can trust and who we can't trust. I always say, who will you leave your kids with if you need a babysitter? If the person you're talking to, if you would not leave your kids with them, you probably shouldn't be spending time with them, because that energy is jumping onto your nervous system, onto your spine. Your spine holds your chakra system. So if you have any kind of back issues, that means you are having energy siphoned from you on the daily. Okay. Okay. My guides just really spoke through me there. Holy cow. Oh, look, the wheel card. I was just talking about this in a video that I created earlier. A fresh new start at the end of delays, sudden or unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life, travel, or a new vehicle. So let's see what messages, what other messages we need to get with the wheel. Oh, logical. We have the page of Swords. So we have logical, perceptive, insightful, blunt, and exciting intellectual change, brilliant insights, information that you need, but might be challenging to receive. So that's everything that I just said. That might have been hard to hear. Maybe you're with somebody who has that kind of energy and you're like, oh no, now I got to leave this partnership. What am I going to do? But it says, review all documents very carefully and brilliant insights. So these insights might be helping you to make a big decision. And I always say, if you're needing to leave a job or leave a partnership, you need support. You need to talk to somebody who can guide you through that transition. It's super, super important. And if you look, he has a bunch of butterflies around him. So I always see this as transformation. Sorry, I just got in the zone there. I see it as transformation, like a squeeze energy. So the other tarot decks, the Page of Swords, he's more of like new to, it's like a new clarity, this new awareness, but the butterflies in this one represent like a softness. So it's almost like somebody who's really, really innocent has been taken advantage of. That's what I'm getting. I think that's that narcissism energy again. He's so innocent and he's so cute, and he's like, man, I've been taken advantage of. I didn't even realize it. Somebody's been siphoning my energy and I didn't know it. And now he's having this clarity. Okay, let's get some animal cards. Let's do my other animal deck. Actually, we're gonna do, sorry, my legs are a little tight. We're gonna do the ever unfolding heart. We're gonna see what messages come through. This is my all-time favorite spirit animal, the seahorse. Be still, bop around for a bit, just wait. The answer will come. Don't rush it. The universe is moving things for you. So I love this. I've always loved seahorses for some reason. I think there was some sort of cartoon when I was little that I used to watch, and I don't remember what it was called. Let me know if anybody else out there is around 40 years old and you remember some sort of cartoon with seahorses. I just love them so much. But I have two of them on my wall because it's my reminder to be patient. I feel like somehow I just always knew that the love that I wanted, the relationship that I wanted, I'd have to be patient and wait for it. I just felt like I always knew. Like when I literally was like 25, I was like wanting a better partnership than I was in. And I was like, oh, why do I feel like I'm going to have to wait a really long time for this? And here I am, 40, still single, still waiting. So this is your reminder that the journey is slow. And the turtle is also one of my favorite spirit animals. So sorry to be sending this message to all of you, but the journey is slow and it unfolds when it's meant to unfold. We have a lot of learning to do. When I was 25, I didn't know nearly half the stuff that I know now. Even in the last 6 months, I did not understand most of what I know now. So I wouldn't want to be in a partnership back the old version of me, even 6 months ago, because I didn't know all that I know about myself. And I'm really proud of myself now. So be patient. Be patient with the slow unfolding and bop around for a bit. You know, when I see bop around, it means like smell the air, smell the roses, eat good food, take care of yourself, learn to work on your frequency and your vibration and opening up your gifts. The universe is moving things for you, so don't forget that. Okay, is there a decision you are needing to make? Sit in silence and ask yourself to be open to receiving the answer. It will come when you least expect it. It will be a gentle whisper from your heart. So again, big decisions. You're going to get the clarity that you need. All right, we're going to do an Abraham Hicks deck. I'm going to see what card comes out for us, what message we need to hear to go along with this. Okay, we have, my life is as good as I allow it to be. So pretty, right? Number 48, which adds up to 12. It says many people focus upon unwanted things with no deliberate attention to the emotional guidance within them. And then they try to compensate for their lackful thinking with physical action. And because of the misalignment of energy, they do not get results from their action. So then they try harder by offering more action, but still things do not improve. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life will simply be as good as you allow it to be. So you don't want to focus on the unwanted things in your life. You don't want to focus on everything that you don't have. You want to focus on what you want to create. And I say this in all of my videos, and I don't even know who taught me it. I think maybe it just came through me one day, but whatever we're thinking about in the present moment, you're pressing a button on for the future. You're saying, hey, universe, I want more of this right now that I'm thinking about. And it's putting that energy out there. So my life is as good as I allow it to be. So whatever you're pressing a button on, you're allowing into your life. And I always say when you think a thought that you don't want to be thinking, you can quickly say, universe, I pull that back. You pull it, you say, nope, I pull that back. I don't want to have that thought. Please take that back. It's super important you can do that. You can shift in each moment what you're thinking. And you're human. You're allowed to have a low vibration some days. You're allowed to have negative thoughts. So just welcome it. Okay, another animal deck, which I said I was going to do earlier, which we're going to do now. This is the spirit animal wisdom. Oh, we got two. Okay, we have the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. And we have the lion. It says, be generous of spirit, number 37, which I love that number, and 24. So they both interesting. This adds up to 6. This adds up to 10. 10 is a completion number, by the way. And 6 is the lover's number. So bring your ideas to life. What have you been sitting around and dreaming about? It's been floating in the water. Now it's time to bring it to life. Same thing with the turtle energy. What is underneath your shell that you can bring into the world? We need what you have. And this was right after we got, my life is as good as I allow it to be. So my life is as good as I allow it to be, and bring your ideas to life. So if you have an idea about something that you want to create in your life, if you start to really focus on it, the universe is going to make space for it. You're going to be pushing You're going to be pushing a button on it. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Bleep. You're going to be pushing a button on it. And the lion, I love his eyes. Can you see his eyes? The green. So good. I don't know why I just was brought to my focus, but again, like the windows to the soul. Remember we heard that message earlier about opening up your energy and allowing the energy to flow through you. The windows to the soul are actually your eyes. It's actually when you're looking at certain people, you can kind of see right through to their soul, and you can see whether there's darkness or low vibration. Fun fact, a lot of people that wear sunglasses all the time, they tend to not want you to be looking in their eyes because they know that maybe or like the universe knows that maybe that's an energy that you shouldn't be looking into. One of my clients, who's kind of like a mentor, she taught me that. She's like, Michelle, be very mindful. People with narcissistic traits tend to always wear sunglasses. She's like, it's like they don't want you to be able to read them. So I think the lion with the eye open is kind of like the windows to the soul. You can really read somebody by their eye contact. Okay, electric eel, bring your ideas to life. I want to get more cards on that. So let's do the tarot, Light Seers Tarot. Bring your ideas to life. What ideas are we bringing to life? This is the ideas card. See the light bulbs? She has all these brilliant ideas. She's walking on a tightrope. She's balancing a book. She's balancing all of these ideas. She's the jack of all trades, but now she's trying to figure out which ideas to bring to life. Okay, to me, this is somebody who's indecisive. They kind of know which way they want to go, but they have to like walk over the fence. But they're a little timid and they're scared. And my watch just buzzed. Oh, my nephew's 8th grade ceremony. And my sisters just let me know what time it is. Yay! So this is kind of symbolic of that. Somebody's graduating a certain level. They're taking a leap over this fence and they're saying, I want different in my life. I want to bring new ideas. I want to start, I just want to start living differently. I want to do my mission. And she's like so close. The 9 of Wands is so close to the 10 of Wands. They're like so close. They have their torch lit. They're like, where do I go next? And it's funny because the 10 of Wands, somebody's exhausted and they're done with carrying the burden. They're like, I'm dropping all the wands. I can't do this anymore. I'm done. And this is right before that. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow any of my cards all over the place. All right, let's do, I just got guided to do more Micah magic. Let's just see what comes out. First one, your soul tribe is coming. A whole new set of people that are going to elevate you. You're going to be hanging out with all new people and it's going to feel amazing. And they're not going to let you stay stuck. Deciding between 2 options. That's this card. Deciding like, do I go? Don't I go? I don't know. Do I step over? I'm not sure if this is safe. So deciding between 2 options. I hope it starts to storm soon. I love sitting outside during storms. trust the timing. And I also think when I do my readings and there's external things going on, like a storm brewing or rain coming, rain is usually represents a cleanse. A storm represents a little upheaval in your life. A quick little lightning bolt to say, hey, wake up, be better. I know for me, this past weekend was literally like a tower moment. I had the worst weekend ever. I felt a range of emotions. I felt that narcissistic energy that felt like I was psychically attacked, and it lasted for hours and I couldn't like clear it. I literally had to go for a drive at like 11:30 at night, and I listened to this book that's like a high vibrational book on my Audible. Excuse me, and as I'm burping, this is energy moving through me. So maybe I should share this, that I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep because I felt like when you're, sorry, a million thoughts. I felt like somebody just said, what does it mean to be psychically attacked? It's that energy. A low vibration is hooked onto your spine, and it's your energy field, your chakra system. That means there's a cord that's tapped into your energy and it's siphoning all of your energy. You don't feel vibrant. You don't feel calm. You feel like it's like a weird, I can't sleep. I feel anxious. You have thoughts of like hating people and being angry at people. That is not your soul. That is a low vibration that is hijacked onto your chakra system on your spine. You do not hate people. You do not have resentment, especially as somebody on a healing journey. You've done all that work. So when you're thinking thoughts like that, you have been attacked. You have another energy around you, and you have to cut that cord or you have to cleanse. So I'm literally laying in bed. I cleansed, I took a bath, I did all these things. I went for a walk outside, and I still felt the attack, the psychic attack. So then I was like, all right, I got to get out of my house. So it's like 11:30 at night on a Saturday night. I'm like, what am I doing driving around? But I don't care. I needed to do it. And I got 20 minutes into my drive, and I happened to be listening to a book, and they were talking about cutting cords. And I was like, thank you, spirit. And that's when I pulled the cord out from that energy from that day from at the pool. So I was pulling that cord out, and I just was like, literally within 10 seconds, I felt relief. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I can't believe that's all I needed to do. I could have laid in bed and done that. But sometimes I forget too to cut cords and to do it in a certain way. But why did I bring that up? I have no idea why I brought that up. Spirit, help me remember. I was saying, should I share this? Yeah, if it just totally lost my train of thought. I wish I could rewind right now, but I'm not going to. But be aware of that energy. And I think I shared it just to let you know, like, there's no rules. Like, if you need to go for a drive at 11 o'clock at night, go for it. Do whatever you need to do to help your system. I slept so great after I did that, but I had to go and do that in order to learn that. Okay. Don't stay in something that's uncomfortable. Go for a drive or get away from that person that you feel uncomfortable with. You can trust that voice. Yep. If there's a voice saying leave, leave. Okay. You have to leave those situations. And my nose is super itchy right now, too. Whoa. Okay. Last two. Thank you, Spirit. Cleanse your energy. Heck yeah. Our energy is so sacred. Oh, I was talking about my weekend and how negative it was, right? Was I talking about, did I mention the ego death? I went through an ego death this weekend. So my weekend was terrible. I had that psychic attack happen. I had to go and cut cords in the middle of the night. Then I woke up with so much grief the next day. So I still think I had some lingering on my system because I normally don't grieve that deeply. I cleansed the energy from my closet. I got halfway through with pulling everything out of my closet, and I started bawling, crying. I found my daughter's blanket. So we have butterfly again. So this weekend almost felt like a spiritual awakening for me. I felt like I was going through a new awakening. So I think that's a collective thing. If all of you were going through something this weekend where you felt like you were being squeezed, I always say the butterfly spirit, it's the caterpillar has to go through the cocoon. It's got to come out the butterfly. My nose is literally, sorry, don't want you guys a lot to watch. Oh, it's so itchy. Okay. Spirit, why are you making my nose itch? Yes, we know to cleanse our energy. What else? Oh, they're just saying to really focus on what I'm saying right now. They're saying we're trying to bring attention to what you're teaching because they want you all to hear this. So going through an ego death, you're being squeezed. The caterpillar has to go into the cocoon. It goes into the darkness, and then it doesn't even know if it's going to come out and be a butterfly, but then it does. So it's going to be a squeeze moment with clarity. You're going to get clarity about something, but it's going to feel like this quick, like, oh my gosh, I am going through this tough thing right now, and I feel like I'm being psychically attacked, but it's an ego death. You're releasing another layer of ego, and now you're going to wake up and you're going to be this butterfly and you're going to be flying around and you're going to be brand new. He's like a young soul. So after you go through this ego death, which I went through this weekend, and you usually cry a lot, you usually feel like you're being psychically attacked, your ego gets so incredibly loud that you have to learn to kind of like shush it and cut the cord and let it go. And it's so funny, cut the cord. Look, we have a sword. I just pieced that together. Duh. I'm an intuitive reader. I should have known that. But Spirit's saying, cut that cord, release that energy, cleanse that energy from your system. And as soon as you cut that cord, you're going to be flying around like this beautiful butterfly. My energy today feels amazing. I feel so much better. I woke up with tons of anxiety, but now it's almost noon and I just feel like I'm surging. I feel like a brand new person. I feel like that cord needed to be cut. I needed to learn that lesson about the narcissism and how it kind of repeats in our lives, like the video game. We're always going to be challenged. We're always going to have these moments of, we got to level up. We're not going to let this energy keep us small and keep us from sharing our gifts. Okay. This was an awesome energy filled reading. I don't even remember half the stuff I said. I want to recap right now, but I can't remember. I really feel like Spirit was using me today. But please use your discernment. If you're with people and then you leave them and you feel small or you feel like not motivated to do life, you just feel like, or they give you like this quick high, but then it quickly falls away. That is an unhealthy vibration. And that person is pulling energy from you, and that's why you feel small and that's why you feel low. And if it's a high and then a low, like a dopamine hit, it's normally a trauma bond. Your energies are merging with trauma, and you're like, "Ooh, this feels really good for the moment," whether it's flirting or whatever it is. And then when you pull away, you feel like nothing. You don't feel that same compassion and deep love for that person. It's almost like I don't know how to describe it, but people who have been in these partnerships and in trauma bonds know what I'm talking about. It's just this high and low. There's no steady, consistent love. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'm sending you all so much love. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I will see you in the next one. Use your discernment and cut your cords. Okay? All right. Peace out.